Good day, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very much. I really do. I'm just gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna play this video. Oh, let me turn the volume off here. Oh, here, let me just leave it on for a sec, actually. So, what I'm gonna be showing everybody in the next little while are old videos that I've been coming across lately. Same kind of deal that I had going with 9/11 is the same thing that's happening here with vintage footage now. One of my things I really loved doing was looking at old footage. Look at this guy, he's watering the streets. This guy right here. He's gonna grow a rose from concrete. But one of the things I really liked to do back in the day was just look up anything that had old photography in it, black and white. I love history. So basically here, before I go on, the sound is just an added sound. It's not the real sound of the video. So I'll just turn the sound off. And the speed has been corrected for a lot of the videos I'm going to show you. But yeah, I used to have an affinity for looking at old footage. Okay, old photographs, pictures, just anything, you know. I made a video on World War I, World War II, and the Civil War where I'd shown not only were the events happening in the video brand new, but the footage, the detail that we were being shown, you know, the crispiness of it, the HD effect was all just, it was too advanced for its time in our timeline. Okay. It's the same kind of deal that I'm dealing with this right here with this next couple of videos that are going to be vintage. It's the same type of deal. Okay. This is 1896 and 1901 visual tour of New York City. 1896 New York City. Look at this. Look at the trolleys being pulled by horses. We're talking. Wait, so that's World War One was 1914. So it's 4. So we're talking 18 years before World War One. Okay. September 25th. That's my birthday. We're talking 18 years before World War One, before any footage of World War One was taken. And if you're from my timeline and you were aware of the footage back then, you would know that what we're seeing here in 1896 is a lot better than what we saw in 1917, let's say, 15, whatever the footage that we saw, whatever years. Well, they were between 1914, right, 1919, so, or 1918, so basically what we're seeing here is better than the footage that was 20 years ahead of itself, that was still to come. How is that? How is it that they create this video now? So they're like, okay, this is 1896. We've got this footage. We've recorded it. This is a blizzard in New York City. How is it that they just stayed the same? Like the footage did not improve from 1896 or whenever here. When does it say 1901? Let's go to 1901. From 1901 till 1914 or to whenever we saw World War One. If we're to be all on the same timeline right now, that's a demotion. That was a decrease in technology. We're working backwards because it's a lot better in 1896 than it was in 1915, let's say. But that's not the case. What's happening is that we're being exposed to some type of timeline where they just had this technology before we did, and I accept that because how many videos have I shown where I'm talking about this? And you know, Affected Collective made a video on the jukebox, video jukebox. Like really, a video jukebox? Never heard of it. But again, technology existing before its time. So this is the second part. Well, second part. What else I would like to do with these videos I'm showing you and why I want to sit through them with you guys is because I may not be able to see what you're going to be able to see. Okay, and what you guys aren't going to be able to see is something that I'll be able to see. So it works hand in hand. That's what I said. Let's put this puzzle together. Let's put the pieces together. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to sit with you guys, watch these videos. They're going to come out one after the other, all on vintage. And here's an example I want to show. Is that in one of these videos, and I'd watched like 20 of these already, and I forgot which one. I wish I had bookmarked it. One of the ladies in these videos from 1900 was wearing tinted sunglasses. And I was like, oh, that's going to be a big one, you know? So I'm looking for any type of discrepancies. Like, I didn't even say that word, discrepancies? Yeah. Anything that shouldn't belong in these pictures, okay? So for example, look at here. The electric car. When did that come out? I don't know anything about cars. I just know how to start them. I'm really grateful for them. Thank you, man, for creating fire and for creating the car. I'm very appreciative of the technology. I just wish it ran on free energy. But I don't know when the timeline of the car. So this one's on you, guys. Particularly maybe Scarab Performance, because you're heavy into cars. When did the electric car come out? Okay? Because according to this video, it's been around since 1896. And I'll just say this, ignorantly, I thought cars were invented like 1910. But you know what? Whatever. You know, I don't know much about cars. It never was my forte. And that's just how the world is filled, right? You guys don't know much about the geography on Google Earth. Well, I do, so I'll help you out there, and you guys need to help me out. You see how this works? Alright. So, did these cars exist then? Electric cars. And look how smoothly they're running. Like, they're running really nicely. They're not, like, having any problems. Looks like they figured it out. Innovations around the corner. So, basically, yeah, I just want to... That was another perfect example of what I'm trying to pinpoint in these videos, because I feel we could learn a lot together if we just watch this together, you know, and yeah, so I'll just let the rest play out. And there's a really special thing at the end. It's really cool. How much time we got? Okay, 3 more minutes. So basically, there's really something really cool at the end of this video. But I mean, this is 1896 and 1901. I want to talk about the pictures we're seeing. Now, the speed is corrected, okay? Which means, you ever see those old black and white videos where it looks like they're walking really fast and they're doing everything really fast? Well, they've managed to run this through an HD machine and, you know, video enhancement machine and correct the timing on it. But that's okay, because that still doesn't change the photography, okay? It still doesn't change what the camera is able to do at that time that it wasn't able to do at that time on our timeline. Okay. For example, the shutter speed, the amount of light being let in. I think that's called ISO. And please, guys, I know a lot of you are into cameras. Just if you see something irregular, like here's an example. This is a nice sunny day they're skating. There's so much snow around. There's so much light coming into the lens right now that it should technically blur everything else out, because they still haven't figured that part out yet. That's what I observed from my timeline. But now we're going back 20 years further than from World War One. Well, 15 years. And look what they've done. They've fixed it. Because they don't have that shutter speed problem, that ISO, I think it's called ISO. Please correct me. The amount of light being let in is controlled. We're able to see more detail in the pictures. And then when you run it through an HD machine in this time, because we had those video enhancement machines. We had the same things you guys, color enhancement, digital remastered. Everybody's seen the Star Wars digitally remastered. They did that to every video out there, you know what I mean? So, of course, it's just you guys had it before we did. And it's amazing. So here's the part I wanted to show you guys. It's coming up. Pay attention to these two walking. Okay? This is such a cool thing. And you're seeing... here, just watch it, okay? I'm just amazed. I saw this last night and I was like, oh, I can't wait to share this. But I had to go to bed. I was tired, but look at this. Watch. Look at that. Look at that big smile. How cool was that? Let me play that over and over again for a bit while I finish up this video. That's very Marilyn Monroe-ish. Like, you know what I mean? How awesome is that? So what are we seeing? Are we seeing like this is where they got the idea? Like maybe people were watching this video, or you know, it was probably a very common thing actually, like to have the street vents like that to blow up people's dresses. So they just did that to Marilyn Monroe, but it's just I immediately thought about it. And I'm like, oh my god, this happened in 1900s. I was like, that's so cool. That's so cool. Someone howls at her. She's like, oh, thanks. Anyhow, thank you very much for tuning in. Got a lot of more videos like that. I shouldn't be seeing that type of photography in 1896. That's my claim. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know when you should have seen that type of photography, around what year. And yeah, just many more to come. So I know I'm forgetting to say some stuff, but I'll pick it up in the next video. So stay tuned for more black and white vintage photos coming to you by the Mandela Effect. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Love yourself, love your neighbor, and I love you. Don't eagle. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Peace.